Yo, my bike is here. I'm so excited. I spent so much money on this dang on bike. I don't get out much. Like, I don't get to like walk much during my day. I feel like I'm not as active because just walking around Phoenix is not as enjoyable as walking around Mexico City is, or walking around like a different country. Or America's just not set up that way, right? We don't set up our streets and roads for pedestrians. It's mostly just danger and scary. So I got a bike so that I can go out to bike trails and stuff. So look at this bike. There she is. All-road bike. It's an all-terrain bike. It was pretty expensive, but I've just seen so many good reviews. And it's local, like it's a local bike company. It's not too hipstery, but it's also not too hunky-dory, you know what I mean? I got this upgraded fork situation here so that this bike lasts a little bit longer. The wheels are nice. These are some nice 700C or 800C, 700C wheels. I'm gonna go outside and have fun with this. So I'll see y'all later. Bye. Okay. I'm on my bike, obviously. And, girl, not me getting emotional on the bike. I'm just so thankful that my body can move and that, I can afford a bike. I don't know. I'm just really thankful in this moment. The sun is warm on my skin. And I'm riding on this bike path that Phoenix has. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thankful that there's like space for me on the road. And I'm like a little tad bit sad that I can't like share these experiences with some people in my past, and I'm like kind of reconciling with that. Anyway, but definitely way more grateful and thankful than sad. Okay, adios. Had a really good bike ride. I'm home now. Girl, that was fun. I'm excited to look for more bike trails and see if there's more scenic routes, because today I just kind of went through a commuter bike route and it was taking me all the way over to Tempe, and I about rode to Tempe because I was like following the bike with a bike trail, and it's a little confusing and it started to feel kind of like a game. Because the bike trail, like there's lines on the floor and it would just kind of disappear randomly. I got jelly on my freaking phone, child. I have jelly on my phone because I'm making dinner, which is this sandwich. Yeah, I've been making these sandwiches today. It's just some bread, Pugliese bread, a little bit of mayonnaise on the bread, and this jelly. It's raspberry pepper jelly. Then I have tomato, lettuce, and I have to take this off the heat. Swiss cheese and buffalo chicken, and that's gonna be for dinner tonight. Woo! I am probably gonna start like Euphoria tonight. I think. I don't know if I can handle this stuff right now. Like, there's just a lot that people constantly talk about happening in Euphoria, and I'm like, do I want to watch this? I kind of do, simply for the aesthetics of it. I want to see what it looks like to film a whole series on film. Like, that's sick. So maybe I'll start it. Do y'all watch it? I don't know. Temperature in terms of my feelings and mood. I did drink. Like, my last day in Mexico, I got pretty drunk. Not pretty drunk, but I did drink kind of like enough to be drunk. And I went to a club. I was invited to a club by this guy, Santi, who's like Argentinian, but he has a boyfriend here in Mexico City. He lives here now. And he invited me out to hang out with him and his friends and his boyfriend, all at this club. And it was very young. Everybody was my age and everybody was so attractive. I was very shook. And it was like one of their birthdays. And so we hung out there, but then I think I started to drink. I definitely stopped, and I knew when to stop, and I was thankful for that. And I just started drinking water after that. But I definitely started out with a drink because I was anxious. All right, I was there by myself. I was really about to go to sleep. I went to the club at 2 no, it had to be like 1 a.m. No, it had to be like 2 a.m. I went to the club at 2 a.m. and I stayed there until 5 o'clock in the morning. Like I was very much about to go to sleep. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to sleep. And then they were like, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. And I was like, I was a little scared. I was like, okay, I don't know if like they could be setting me up. It was my first. They could be setting me up somehow. Like I'm this American, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna bring my card. I'm just gonna bring my phone, something that I'm okay with losing. I'm not gonna bring my ID or anything like that. I'm just gonna go, and I got in. Didn't need an ID. I said I was with the people that invited me, and then I got a discount on the cover to get in, which is cool. Yeah, it ended up being fine and fun and a little wild. Definitely did some things that I ain't expect myself to be doing in Mexico City at that club. But that was a really good time. In the end, I felt good about my decision to go because like I said, I was weary. One, I was weary of not going, or weary of going because this could be a setup. I'm in Mexico City. I'm by myself. I'm traveling. But also, I was kind of like, oh, I'm not going to go because I am social. I'm like anxious about it. Like, I'm going to be in a thing full of people. I'm going to be scared, right? Just socially, not knowing anybody and not speaking the language, feeling like I'm not like, I didn't feel cute that night. Like I wasn't ready to go out. I was just packed up and ready to leave on my plane the next morning. And then also I was wary about COVID. I was like, okay, I don't want to get COVID here. It's my last day here. I did take a COVID test right before I went out, which is not that helpful, but it is helpful still to know that you don't have COVID before you go into an event so that you're not spreading it. But I did take a COVID test and that was negative, thank God, after my 12 days of being in Mexico City. I'm thankful that I am back in America, you know what I mean? Because otherwise you can't get back. If you have COVID, you have to stay there until you quarantine. That's about it. But I went out and I challenged myself and I just did it. And I was like, this is just my last day in Mexico City. I'm young. Like, let's make this life what we want to make it. Let's have fun. Let's meet these new people. And I did it. And I had a good time. And it wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be. In fact, there was lots of fun moments where I was just dancing by myself. Like, I didn't even need to be dancing with other people. I was just kind of like by myself, like, dancing. I felt cute a little bit. Like I had my cargo pants on and my little tight little shirt. You know what I mean? I was just feeling cute. My hair was not done, child. It was a hot mess. But I felt cute in certain moments and I just had my drink and I was just like dancing and vibing to the music. And I was like singing my heart out to some Dua Lipa. So that was good. I don't know why or how I even got here. You know what I mean? Like to this subject. Hey girlfriend. Hey, how you doing? Today I woke up, right, and I was like, ooh, let's get back into that list. What is the list, you may ask? Well, as you all know, I just got back from Mexico City like 2 days ago, and there's always that transition period from vacation back to your regular life. It kind of starts when you are in that Uber back to your apartment, and you're like, wow, back to meal prep. You know what I mean? Like, yesterday I was having the day before I was having waffles on a yacht. And now I'm like, okay, back to chicken that I will not season correctly and rice, maybe a veggie. And so I try to, it starts then, and then it's like, okay, how do you get back into working out? How do you get back into getting work done and feeling like, you should have some kind of structure in your life when clearly life is better when you're just on vacation all the time. You know what I mean? So anyway, I started making a list of things that I needed to do in order to make that transition easy for me. I also, like I've mentioned, may have some attention deficit disorder, and there's no way for me to get anything done if I don't write a list and just follow the structure of that. and just be like, no, this is what I have to do right now. Like, I can't do anything else. Stop, like, trying to do everything. You know what I mean? So, maybe you don't know what I mean. I need to stop saying that. I wrote those lists and I got everything done those first 2 days. This third day, I woke up today and I was like, "Ooh, let's do that again." And so I wrote a list. It was like, I write the most specific things. I go brush my teeth, wash your face, go downstairs and make a smoothie, pop your pills and potions, girl, probiotic and fiber. And then it's like, go and like load the dishwasher, things like that. I will write down every single little thing, and it works, girl. I'll be scared. I'll be like, okay, the power of these lists, it'll have me do anything. I'll be like, okay, well, at 4 o'clock, start a business, run for president. I don't know what can happen with that list, so I'll be very careful with my pen. Anyway, I need to find a man on there. I'm so sick of men. See, I can't stay focused. What was I even going to talk about when I picked up this? Oh, I was going to talk about how the fact that today I did like 5 things on the list, and I was like, great, amazing. I actually got a lot done. And I still I have to fold my clothes. See, uh-oh. Okay, it's coming. It's the power of this blanket. But that's what I was going to get to, is that I did like 5 things, and then I was like, you know what? Yeah, we're going to lay on the couch. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. I renewed my subscription for HBO Max so that I can log out of my ex's subscription that's like still on this TV that I can't bring myself to watch anything on because it's like not my subscription anymore. And so I am going to log out of that, and I'm going to just probably restart Euphoria from the beginning because I don't remember what happened. What happened? I remember something about a carnival. I remember creepy old man who was Homeboy's dad, who was on, Grindr, pretty much. I think that was Grindr. And I remember drugs. Like, I don't remember what happened, Like, what was the finale? I don't remember. It's been so long, so I'm going to probably rewatch or just watch like summary situations on YouTube. Yeah, and then get back into watching Euphoria. And then maybe later tonight, get back onto my list. Because I only have like 2 things left, and that's to fold my clothes. And I even meal prep today. That was wild. Fold my clothes, and there was something else. Yeah. Anyway, the goal is to like get everything done on the list ahead of time so I can have time to do things that I put on my B list, which are things that are important to me, but like not as important or salient to my immediate schedule. That I can like just do later. And those things usually have like art. Like, hey, you can paint now. Or, hey, let's go get our ears pierced because I want to get my ear pierced. Or it's like, hey, let's go shop for more plants. And those things are things that I really want to do, but they don't pay my bills. And so, in fact, they usually cost money. So I want to get to those things, but today it's like, I'm laying down, girl. I'm tired. I woke up kind of tired, and so I'm laying down. Yeah. Anyway, I will talk to y'all later. Bye.
Do you think about your job now?
Euphoria got me in here crying. Jeez, bro. I don't. The shows don't be making me feel stuff, but this got me crying, child.
Do you ever get angry about it?
Lord. Oh, child, not the ugly cry. Some of the things they say just like strike a chord, and you just feel it on a deeper level. Anyway, I just wanted to document this moment. Okay, I'm back. I went to the thrift store and all that stuff. I'm actually watching Celebrity Big Brother right now. Let me pause it real quick. Girl, I forgot. There's so many things on the TV. I forgot that Celebrity Big Brother was even a thing. Shocked a little bit, but the cast is like kind of mid. I'm not gonna lie. Todrick, it's just like, okay. Most of the people I don't know. Last season I was like excited for Candy. Tamar Braxton. Like these are people that I actually kind of know. Whereas this season it's like, who? And the game playing is like kind of mid. I went to the thrift store. I did not buy anything at Goodwill. I then went to Ulta to get some Black Girl sunscreen. I need some chapstick. And I just ate too, so I got, you know. I left there, but first I went to Michael's and I bought like a bunch of paint and stuff. I had a bunch of paint in my little tote bag because I've been nixing out plastic bags. So I had a bunch of paint in there from Michael's and I went to Ulta, no problem, no issue. They didn't have my Black Girl sunscreen, so I just walked out. And you know, usually when you black, you already know from when you were younger, you know when people are following you, you know when somebody's making you feel weird. You're hyper aware of these things. So if you didn't have that experience when you were younger, when you're older, you're not like as aware that people are like following you and stuff like that. You're not expecting that. But because that happened to me when I was younger, a lot, walking around the store, constantly being judged and profiled as somebody who's going to be stealing stuff. I've never had like an easy shopping experience. Very rarely am I able to just like chill and browse. There's always somebody, like I'm always looking, you're never alone, you know what I mean? And it's just uncomfortable and you feel like you can't sit long enough to like talk, look at something and browse. You gotta make sure your hands is all up in the air, like you can't put your hands in your pocket, you can't like linger for too long. And so I left out of Ulta, no issue. Went into Marshall's and I knew what I wanted. I went there for a specific thing. I'm not trying to get lost in Marshall's. I wanted a cast iron skillet, flat bottom cast iron skillet. So I walked straight to the pot section. Like I walked confidently back there and I had my bag with my stuff from Michael's in there because it was in a plaza and Ulta was right there. Michael's was right there. You know, Marshall's was right there. So I was just walking back and forth. My car was parked. And I went into Marshall's and I was looking at the pots for a little bit because they didn't have any flat bottom cast iron skillets. So I was like looking around. I was like, am I missing it? Because I'm pretty sure I've seen them here before at this very Marshall's. You know, Marshall's is a retailer. It was like a secondhand retailer. So it's possible that they could have just like sold out of them, whatever. But I saw some on the bottom shelf, so I bent down. And when you bend down, you're kind of like covered. If somebody was watching me from a distance, they definitely wouldn't see me if I bent down because there's just shelves and shelves of pots everywhere. Seconds later, there was an employee from Marshall's who was not it wasn't a regular employee. It was like a beefed up man who had a Marshall's thing like shirt on to look like he was just somebody who helped out with shelves, but he also had a walkie-talkie and an earpiece. So, you know, it was just like one of them undercover security guards. I don't know what it is about putting badges on people. You put a badge on somebody, you give them some kind of special credential, and you call them security. They take their job so seriously. It's giving, I need to feel bigger and better than everybody else. It's just weird. Girl, and don't give him a gun. Oh, he was like looking at me from the side. It was clear that somebody was like, hey, go to aisle whatever where the pots are and like go find this man. And so he was like walking back there all fast. And then when he saw me, he slowed down. He started looking at me and he like suddenly pretended to go look at some towels and stuff. Okay, what's up with these towels? All right. And then he go and walk around, look at me, walk around to the other aisle. And I'm still sitting there. I'm like, okay. He walk around to the other aisle. And he pops back out of the aisle as if he's like shopping himself. And there's no Marshall's employee is shopping at Marshall's on the job. Like that doesn't make any sense. So now I'm uncomfortable and I'm just looking at him. Every time he pop up out of somewhere, I'm like popping up. I'm giving whack-a-mole. And so he keeps following me. And then I remembered a video of somebody following the person that was following them. They just followed them back. And they did it loudly and on purpose. And I remember somebody just taking their phone and following this person who was following them back and being like, look, this person was following me and now I'm following them. And they just followed them. They followed them through the store. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do that right now. And so I just started following him back. And he got so nervous and so uncomfortable. He started going to look at pillows and stuff. I was like, you can't hide, sis. You cannot hide. I went to go look at the pillows, girl. I just followed him around the store until he literally left me alone. He's like, okay, this is unnecessary. I've got to leave. So he left me alone, and I bought my pen. But I'm not going back to Marshall's. I'm over it. I'm over being made to feel uncomfortable when I walk at the stores. I don't steal, girl. What do I need to steal? First of all, how am I going to steal a whole cast iron skillet? Online shopping has been absolutely a blessing. That was just my experience today. I went afterwards to get In-N-Out because I was so hungry, and I got In-N-Out, got a little burger and a shake. I was pressured into getting the shake. The guy was being too nice, and he was like, will that be all? As if it was like not enough that I purchased already. I just wanted a burger. I just wanted a burger. And then he was like, will that be all? I'm like, dang, y'all feeling for more? For me to order some more? Okay, dang, add a shake. And so I drank a shake while I was like at stoplights and stuff going on my way home. And so I finished eating and last night, actually a few days ago, I had the bright idea to take this red tape. I measured out how thick my mirror rim was because I wanted to change the color of this mirror rim. It's just so boring. It's just gray. It's the Ikea Hove mirror. And I was like, how do I change the color without being like having to take this whole thing out to the field and spray paint it? Because that's what I would have done, right? Old me would have done that. But then I was like, let me measure it. So I measured it, and it was like all the way around from here and this kind of lip here. I measured it to be about almost 3 inches. Then I found this tape, this red tape online, that is 3 inches exactly. So I was like, oh, I could just buy that tape and then just like put it down here and then wrap it around and cut it strategically, and it'll look just like it's wrapped in red. And I'm like, that'll be a cool, fun addition, like a red mirror. And then I put it on last night, and it's too sticky. It's too sticky. What is that? I took it off, and this is how it looks now. I was like, dang, I really messed up. So I was like, okay, what can I do today? What can I do today? I can try to get this off. And it's really difficult. What can I do though? So I went to Michael's and I got some red paint. I have red paint, but it's not matte. And so I got some matte acrylic paint, and I'm going to try to paint over this. I'm just playing games, girl, because if this don't work, then I don't know what I want to do, because I feel like I already messed it up a lot. I'm not going to get rid of this mirror. I'm going to figure something out. So I'll talk to y'all later. How about that? I finished, and it looks so good. I'm like kind of shook at how clean the finish is. What? I got a brand new mirror, sis. This is wild. Okay, now that I've wasted half of my day just painting this, it's not, I don't want to call it a waste. It was actually really nice and soothing to kind of like just do this, but I want to, not the toes. Now that this is done, I'm gonna move on with my day.